Hello, I'm Luke. I'm back with the 100 Days of SwiftUI challenge, going into day 3. Today we are looking at 4 new data types: arrays, dictionaries, sets, and enumerations, or enums. So there will be tests throughout the lessons, and I will go through them with you. All right, I've gone through all the videos for arrays, dictionaries, sets, and enums, and I'm going to do the tests and see how I go. Which of these lines creates arrays? So the secret is looking for the square brackets. So it's on the bottom one, so I'm going to go option 2. Which of these lines creates arrays? Again, looking for the the square brackets. Which of these lines creates arrays? So again, this creates an array of strings. So option 1. Which of these lines creates arrays? So they both create arrays, but this one's of type integer and this one's of type boolean. That's a string, so that's probably going to crash. So the one that works would be option 2. Cool. And again, the square brackets show arrays. There we go. And again, just looking for the square brackets, we can see it's an array of strings. Cool. So this is a dictionary because it's got the key captain and the value pair of the name. So I'm going to go with 1. All right, this one, it's got the key value pair with the semicolon, but it's got the parentheses on the outside rather than the square brackets. So I'm going to go with this one. Yes. Okay, again, let's take a look. So for a dictionary, it has to have the key and the value separated by the colon, which isn't in this one. It's just an array of a single string. So option 1. Again, that's just a double. So option 2 is the one with an actual dictionary. And again, this one's just Boolean, not a dictionary at all. So it's going to be option 1. Again, this one, option 1 is the clear dictionary. Dictionary default values. That's not a dictionary. That's separated by a comma rather than a colon. So even though it's trying to look it up as a dictionary, it's not going to be able to find it. It's not valid. Yes. So it's got the key and value separated by the colon. So that looks good. So it's got an integer and a string. And yeah, this one looks valid. Yeah. Okay, is this valid? Okay, so 2 there is an integer, but it's trying to look it up as a string. And that's a type mismatch. So I believe it's going to be false. Yeah. All right. I believe this is valid, but it doesn't actually have an entry in there, so it's going to return nil. Yeah. All right, 2012, that should return London. All right, again, we've got a comma there instead of a colon, so users is not a valid dictionary, so I believe this is false. Yeah. It looks valid. So it's just that it's not going to contain anything by Dickens in the dictionary, so it's going to return the unknown. So I'd say this is true. Right, this is a dictionary, but it's trying to access it like an array. Um, or at least a dictionary that had an integer for the key, which this has strings instead of integers. So I'd say this is false. Yeah. All right. This looks like a dictionary. I'd say it's valid. I would say this is valid too. Oh, a colon after the default. Okay. That looks valid. It would return Malcolm. Okay, the John there is the name of the variable, and it's not a string. So I'd say that's not valid. Yeah. So that was pretty good. 11 out of 12. All right, let's take a look at sets. This will create a set with 2 items. That is false. It's going to create a set with 4 items. Oh. Oh, they have to be unique. Okay. So if it's only 2 unique items, if there's only 2 unique items in there, it's only going to have 2 items. Okay. That creates a array, not a set. So that would be false. I believe it actually has to have the square brackets in there as well to actually be a set. So I'd say that's false. Yeah. That does not create a set, that creates an array, so that's false. This creates a set with 2 items. I'd say that's true. That creates a set of red and green, so I'd say that's true. So that will contain a set of 1, 2, and 3, so it's false that it'll be 2 items. And there's only 2 different unique values within that set, so it's going to be 2 items, so that's true. That's going to create a set of 1 item, so that's false. This will create a set with 2 items, so I'd say this is true. And each of these items are unique, so it's going to be false that it's 2 items. Yes. So there we go. Tripped at the gate on the first one, but all the others got right. Okay, if we're talking about like the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, because there's like a fixed number of them, that makes them ideal for an enum. Heights of objects can vary depending on the size of them, so that's not suitable for an enum. So I'm going option 1. List of cities you've visited can tend to grow over time, whereas I think with enums, you kind of want to know all the possible values up front. So option 2, error types, seems like a more suitable use for enums. All right, email addresses, definitely not suitable for enums, unless you want to make a case for every single email address. That just seems ridiculous. Okay, genres of movies, much better. I'd say this suits in a deck of cards. There's only 4. Um, much more better suited than average exam scores, which is something that's a calculated value rather than a set value. So I'm going option 2. Months of the year, again, it's like set kind of values, whereas passwords, you shouldn't really be storing them as enums. Yeah, option 1. And again, days of the week are much better suited as enums. All right, got that one done. Well, that was day 3 of 100 Days of SwiftUI. If you'd like to follow along, the link is in the description below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.